Hi everybody, today we're going to have a look at base vehicles for conversion. We've spoken about doing a video about this for a little while. We've been waiting for the weather to improve. It's not improving. Every time we come out to film it just seems to be getting worse and worse, so we're going to do a little bit inside today to show you it. So we're going to look at two vehicles. We're going to look at the Startline, Transporter Startline, and then we're going to look at the Highline model as well. These are the new models, the 6.1. Very similar to the older ones as well, so the things that you can order on them are pretty much the same. And these are what we tend to order to sell on to camper conversion companies, and it's also what customers come and order from us as well for when they're actually doing their own conversions as well. So these are conversion into camper vans. So the one behind me is the Startline, so we're going to make a start with that one first. And as you can see from the back of the vehicle, one of the first things a lot of people order is a tailgate on the back of it with the window. So you've got glazed tailgate on the back. You have the wash wipe that's on the back on there as well. Obviously you can get barn doors that fold out, wing doors on the back. That's what's standard on a van with ourselves, but it's a no-cost option to have the tailgate, and then obviously there is a small cost for the window with the wash wipe, but it's quite a good option as well if you're looking at a camper conversion. So inside the vehicle, this is how the new vehicles comes. The vans come, they arrive with us, so completely empty inside. Even got a bit of panelling on the side, but that usually comes straight out for the conversions that are done from here. And you'll see as well from the front. So as standard on a van, you get a driver's seat and then a dual passenger seat. So this one we've ordered deliberately with two swivel seats in there. So these two seats in the front turn round, and then that obviously gives you your cab section, because the rest of this is going to get converted. Another little option as well, mentioned the tailgate, is there is an option to have a switch on the inside. And what that switch allows you to do, so if you're in the vehicle, it allows you to pop that, and then it'll allow the tailgate to open from the inside. If not, you wouldn't obviously be able to get access from the back. You'd have to go around the side. For a lot of conversions, it doesn't matter, because you might be having a rock and roll bed, for example, that would go in here with your cabinets down the side, so you can't actually get around the back anyway. But for example, when that bed is down in the morning, you might want to open the tailgate at the back, so it's quite nice just to have a little catch on there, and then you can open the tailgate up and be lying in your bed looking out the back as well. It looks quite small. I think it looks quite small when you see it like this, and then when you see a vehicle that's been converted, I mean the California, our Volkswagen, the factory built version, it's using this same space, so it's amazing that what it does when you put the cabinets in there as well. It really does transform it. So let's have a look at the side door. So as standard, vehicles all come with a side door on. As I said, this particular model is the Startline model, so it's the entry-level model that comes in. So things like, for example, the bumpers on the front and back are not colour coded, your door handles are not colour coded, that's there as well. That might be something that, for example, if you bought one that's been converted, that might be something a conversion company have done for you as part of the package. The Startline is quite a popular model for conversions to be done on, with a few options that's on there, because the range of colours is quite extensive, and there's some extra colours you can get on this that you can't get on just a Highline model as well. So open space, you've got your normal tray again that's in there to come up. And then moving on to the front, so we've got your cab. So we've got two swivel seats, and if you've watched a video on the California Ocean or on the beach swiveling the seats, these swivel seats work exactly the same way, no different to how they work. So you just pull it forward a little bit, push the catch underneath, and that swivels round. So as you can see now, if you're in the back, you've got your swivel seat that's already in there, and then also on your swivel seat you've got your armrests. So these are already built in. You just twist them around, they can go up and down. So having the swivel seats obviously is great, because this side of it is now factory. The one slight disadvantage of swivel seats within the product that's here, you don't get height adjustment. So some people, for example, will leave the seats, they'll just have two single seats in the front and leave them with the height adjustment, and then the conversion, you could have a swivel plate added to that within the conversion, and then that obviously will allow you still to go up and down. But you do get a slight height difference, because obviously the swivel plate takes up a bit of space that's on there as well. But that's quite popular as well. Two different train of thought to which is best. It just depends on you and the conversion that you're having done. So this one, with it being a Startline, we generally get these ordered as well with air conditioning. So that's another option which they've got, which is quite a good option. So that you can, you've got that incorporated into your vehicle from the factory as well. So within the cab, so things like the steering wheel, got the multifunction steering wheel is standard so even on the Startline model. So it's really nice being in here. We've looked at these vehicles before. So the Startline hasn't got things like automatic lights and things like that. We're going to have a look at a Highline, so we'll show you the differences between those. But still, it's a nice dash. It's the same dash that's in the Highline. It's no different to how it's laid out. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I hope that's covered a few things about camper conversions, about the base vehicles. So as I said, these have been ordered as base vehicles, and quite soon these vehicles will probably be converted and be on the road and being used as camper vans. So and as I said, we've been asked this quite a few times to do a video on this, so it's been nice to be able to do it. If you don't subscribe, please subscribe. As always, we're going to be having a bit of a break now for Christmas. So this is the last video we're going to post this side of Christmas. So to all of you out there, have a good Christmas and a Happy New Year to you all as well when it comes around. Next posting is going to be, I think, on the 8th, I think, so it's the first Wednesday back after New Year. As I said, have a good break everybody, and we'll see you next year. So this is part 2, so we're looking at the basic specifications for a camper conversion. Today behind me we've got a Highline. You get a really good specification with the Highline, so you know, getting ACC, adaptive cruise control, automatic lights and visions pack, heated windscreen.